Hi everyone, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to this week's Plan With Me. This week is January 10th through the 16th and I'm using this mystery kit. I want to say it was May of 2022. I think I can see May on the side there. Of 2021 from SPC. So initially when I first saw the reveal of this, when I got it in the mail, I really loved it. And then I think like a couple of weeks later, the Pride pool party kit came out, which was very similar to this. And I don't know, I just stopped loving it as much as I initially did at first. And so it didn't get a spot in my main planner lineup, but I knew I wanted to use it in this planner. So as you can see, I'm mixing in a foil from SPC. It is the Shattered Blue-Green, don't know what it was actually called. It was a Misfit, which I think this, I've used it before, but this was like the first time I've really noticed the Misfit. Like the foil came off everywhere, like all over my hands, and at one stage I think you can see it on the page, and I just like was not expecting it. So but it was Misfit and I knew that going into it, so no issue whatsoever. It was just interesting. I've bought quite a few Misfit foils before, and I've never really noticed it. So yeah, but anyway, this foil, as you'll see, I think matched the kit absolutely perfectly. I think it came with like an orange sparkle wiggle from memory, which I stole out of it and used for something else because I love that foil. I think that would have looked really pretty too. I know someone I watched, I don't know if it was maybe Plan with Elisa or Champlans, maybe used hot pink, I think, with it. Maybe it was even Samantha Murray Plans. I don't know, I'm sorry. It was like 6 months ago, guys, when you guys had summer. But someone used hot pink and that looked really fun too. So I think there was so many different fun foils that you could use. It really was the perfect excuse for a fun foil. So I'm really happy with the blue prism, but yeah, so many other foils were also really cool. I thought about pulling in a Simply Gilded washi. I have this white with literally shattered blue bows that just matched perfectly, but I really wanted to use the 2 strips of bottom washi, so I decided to stick with the bottom washi from the kit. I really loved the 15mm strip, that the pool water kind of theme, and then the bow overlay on it just went perfectly. I didn't love the other bottom washi so much, the one from the actual kit, but I wanted to use the confetti, or whatever it's called, twinkle, I think this format is, little dangly, I don't know what it's called, confetti. I wanted to use that, so I decided to stick with it. What you just saw then also was me starting to lay down the glitter headers in the spread, and then I realized I forgot that I wanted to color block this spread. I just feel like it was the perfect kit to color block, so I kind of stopped, pulled my glitter headers up, and then started filming again to color block. So that's what that is essentially. That's why I skipped a little bit. Also, I don't know if you can tell on camera, maybe you just can, but this planner from OK Plans has glitter header marks, so that's how I know where to put my glitter headers. You saw me put down the yellow with no boxes, so it kind of just looks like I threw them down randomly, but it's because OK Plans has the lines, which is, you can actually buy it without the lines if you don't want it, but I think having the lines is the best thing, especially because I don't use any sort of bougie boxes, underlays in this planner. So keeping all my glitter headers in a row is actually a little bit difficult, and it helps me out immensely. So love that. Then I put down the, what are these called? Date covers, which again, the whole pattern is not my favorite, and I've often found with SPC kits, her bottom washi, her date covers, and then that extra box on that page is all the same pattern. And if I don't like that pattern, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So I didn't love this pattern, so it wasn't my favorite. I would have preferred just colored date headers like Caress Press and Glam Planner have, but that's how SPC does it, so that's fine. It's just sometimes I find that I don't love the pattern. But anyway, putting down my overlay boxes, this format where you used to get the headers and the overlays wasn't my favourite because all the overlay boxes are exactly the same. Like, you just get 3 or 6 pages of the same thing over and over again. I really love the new format, how you get like frames, you get half, like designs on half the box, designs on the full box. Like, I really enjoy the variation that we get now. Like, we're definitely spoiled, but going back to using one of these bundles, I kind of forget how it used to be, and it frustrates me a little bit. I did the sidebar before, but I didn't mention, I pulled in that tall box that's like the pool and the garden. To be honest, it's not my favourite box. The kind of shading and stuff, it's done in a certain art style, and that's totally fine. It's just not my favourite, like, for a tall box. I think if that was a full box with just the pool bit, I would have loved it, but I wanted to pull it in because it's there and I wanted to do it. So then I did my little double wash weekend banner stack that I often do. So if I use an SPC kit and an SPC old format wiggle with that weekend banner, I layer them over the top of each other because, if you didn't know, they are the perfect fit. And I often find like it's a really cool little detail. I don't know. Personally, I just like it. Then I did my not bottom washi, my deco. Not my favourite deco. I feel like I'm just whinging non-stop about this kit. I actually like it. I don't know why I'm just whinging so much. Just wasn't my favourite deco. I don't know. Lots of little pieces, which is good, but I just struggled to kind of fit everything in. So I think it looks quite busy up the top, and I'm actually just noticing, looking at my planner, that I forgot to put in date dots. So I'm going to go back and do that after I finish this voiceover. But anyway, that's the base. Now moving on to the day by day. So for the whole week I used what's this box? A half box, maybe? A squared half box, and then a Fox and Cactus Girl with a Planner Choco work script. That's how I marked work. You'll see I fuck up Monday and I end up I write in my time that I worked, but I absolutely hated the way it looked, so I just stuck a little sticker over the top. And then for the rest of the week, I did not write in anything. I just left it blank because I just was so traumatized after I wrote it in the first time and it looked terrible. So, moving day by day. That's how I marked work. Then I marked using a paper and milk little like side eye marshmallow thing to mark So It Stinks. So essentially our office flooded the week before, I think, was it? Or 2 weeks before? No, it was the week before. And so this was like the Monday. It flooded on Friday and we came in Monday and it absolutely smelled so bad. So I had to mark that. Then I used a little paper shire character with a Instagram icon to mark. I took all my Instagram content photos for the week. I normally try and do it all at once. Then I edit it all together and then I have everything ready to go. Then I used a pizza flat lay from Stella Bow Sticker Co. To mark pizza night, and I used a Kinsey's Creations script over the top in her block font, which, rest in peace, I love the block font, but that's beside the point. I actually decided I was going to colour block after I'd already chosen my stickers, and it just happened that pizza night ended up being pink, which I was quite thankful for. Then I used the movie marquee, the pink one, to mark watching Thor. So we have been watching through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as you will see over the next few weeks. We watched like quite a few different movies. Moving on to Tuesday, which was Orange. As you guys know, the SPC new release video is like my Tuesday morning ritual. Even though I don't shop there anymore, I still watch it and I still mark it. Then I marked work, and then it was slowly getting busier this week, so I used a Fox and Cactus emoji head, like the pinky purple head one, to mark that. And then my boss's girlfriend tested positive to COVID, so I used a like finger up emotion character sticker from Fox and Cactus, not at her, but just in general, like, just fuck COVID, honestly. I'm just so like, ugh. So he had to isolate, and then we were like monitoring for symptoms, and it was just like this whole thing. So that was Tuesday afternoon, and then we went home, and my friend came over, so she stayed the night, and we watched Captain America and the Avengers. So if you don't know, I absolutely hate movies. I can't sit still for like any movie over an hour and a half is too long for me. So my husband's been making me, no, he hasn't been making me, he's been putting on the Marvel movies, and I kind of like do other things and watch at the same time. But this was like 5 hours of fucking straight movies, and that is just too much for me. Like, I just was so over it at the end. I was so irritated. So it was like my husband and my best friend, who both love Marvel, were like just in my face, and I was like, no, this is way too much for me. Please, like, leave me alone. So I pretty much like went straight to bed, and I was like, ugh. But anyway, that's my story. Then on Wednesday, which is like the teal blue color, so I drove Maddie home on the way, because she kind of lives where I used to live, which is close to my work. So I dropped her home, but on the way we got McDonald's coffee. So sometimes when we get McDonald's coffee, I mark McDonald's, sometimes I mark coffee. This time I marked coffee with a script from Planner Choco and a paper and milk, one of her like seasonal coffee cups. I got to use yellow, which I don't very often get to use yellow, so that was fun. Then I marked work again, and then I used a little thing with a flight icon to mark Maddie's flights. So she actually ended up coming in and booked her trip to America, which was exciting. Then I only worked like I was supposed to have the day off, but I just came in to do a few things, including book Maddie's flights. So we ended up getting lunch at a place called Yo My Goodness, which used to be a frozen yogurt place, and then like transitioned to like an American style burger loaded fries place, and they do the best loaded fries, and I hate frozen yogurt, so I don't go there for the frozen yogurt, but the food is so good. We ended up going op shopping, or as you guys would know it in the States as thrifting. I don't know why we call it op shopping and you call it thrift shopping, but anyway, same thing. Maddie loves to go thrifting, so we went. I generally don't find much that I love, but I think it's fun just to wander around and pick up some stuff. Actually, I did end up buying a picnic basket, which I've been on the hunt for a long time, so I was really happy about that. And then to finish off, my brother came over and we played Pokemon. So we've been playing through the new Pokemon game, which is actually a remake of an old game that we used to play as kids. So it's been really fun to do that. And I used a Paper Shire little Pikachu character to mark that. I actually need to put in an order from Paper Shire again. I'm starting to use up some of my stickers now. Now that I've had them for a few months. So the Pokemon one is an example of one that reminded me, so I need to do that. Then moving on to Thursday, which was my yellow day. So the yellow was not my favourite colour in the kit, but I did love it for a pop. So that was kind of what convinced me to do colour blocking, because I just thought the pop of yellow would be perfect. So I marked work first, and then I used another Fox and Cactus emoji head girl just to mark again, like it was getting busier. Well, actually, that's more to mark, like, I marked a couple of work things. I'm not going to explain them because by the time I've explained them, it'll just be too late. But I used a Fox and Cactus emoji head and a paper and milk little marshmallow face to mark two different work things. And then I used another Fox and Cactus emoji, the one with like the flaming eyes, to mark get out of my office, which I'm not going to go into because it's a work thing, but just there's just this person that just grinds my gears and she was just getting under my skin and I just was so angry, and yeah. Then I used a full box to mark watching Iron Man 3 with a little TV from Paper and Milk. So out of the Marvel movies, Iron Man is definitely by far and above my favorite. I would actually watch Iron Man as like a series again, but other than that, I haven't really loved any of the movies I've watched, but I do really enjoy Iron Man. So I was a bit sad that that was his last movie, but Troy has assured me that he's in like the Avengers and stuff, but I don't love the Avengers. I don't like the other characters, so I'm pretty much just watching for Iron Man. Thor especially drives me insane. I can't deal with an Australian with this feral, fake American accent. It's just, like, I have no issues with American accents, don't get me wrong, but it's the awful fake one that he puts on that I just cannot handle, so he just drives me insane. Anyway, moving on to Friday, which is Pink Day. I used a script from Monique Plans and a coffee cup from Paper and Milk to mark morning coffee. Then I used my same combo of work to mark, believe it or not, work. Then I just had more work drama on Friday night, and I just used I think it's actually technically like a sick munchkin from One Small with Love, the one with like the axe in its head. I think it's like headache maybe, and I just used it because honestly it was causing me a headache. It was just ridiculous. Then I came home and we had Friday night burger night, which is something that we have been doing. So we have like homemade chicken burgers and chips, or fries as you want to call them. And it's just like, I don't know, just something that we've been doing because we both don't really want to cook on a Friday night. Then I just needed a little bit of rest and relaxation, so I watched Jurassic Park 3. I've just been normally I watch them in order, but recently I've just been picking a random one that I feel like watching, and this time I felt like watching Jurassic Park 3. I don't know why everyone hates it so much. I actually really enjoy the third one. I mean, I enjoy all of them, but I don't know why everyone hates the third one so much, because I don't. And I used a little dinosaur for the first time from Beneva Creations, which was really exciting. Then Saturday, weekend time. Saturday is orange. I had the whole weekend off, which was fun. I filmed and did a voiceover in the morning, so I used a icon from the kit and then a little AirPods from Papershire, along with 2 scripts. Film is from Kinsey's Creations and voiceover is from Monique Plans. Then we have like a gardening bee to do our front garden. So the first thing we did was like get out some paper and like draw a plan of it, which is why I used the like paper and pencils. Then we went to Bunnings, which is like Home Depot, I guess. It's like the hardware store that you can also buy plants from, but I don't know if you can buy plants from Home Depot. It's been a while since I've been in a Home Depot, but maybe you can. But it's like the home improvement store in Australia. So I used a little Papershire. No, that's not from Papershire. That's from Paper and Milk, the little gardening marshmallow thing. And then in the half box, I used a Papershire like planter box to mark like the family gardening. So my family came over and we did the gardening as it suggests. And then Troy didn't really want dinner because he wasn't hungry, but I just had this need for Hard Rock Cafe mac and cheese, which we don't have a Hard Rock Cafe here anymore, so I have to go to Queensland or to America pretty much, and I just needed the mac and cheese. So I've looked up a recipe on how to make it. I've tried to make a copycat recipe before and it just doesn't work, but this time I was inspired. I found a recipe that looked good. I had to substitute 2 out of the 3 cheeses because we don't have Monterey Jack here and we don't have one of the other ones. I can't think of what it was. But anyway, it came out so good, like so close to the real one. I was so excited and I can't wait to make it again. So I marked that in like a bigger box than I normally would have. Moving on to Sunday, to finish us off, I marked lazy morning, which I have been preferring to mark than sleep in, because recently I just don't sleep in. I'm just awake, but I'll just like read on my phone or like read a book or just like doze, relax. So I've been preferring to mark Lazy Morning, which I did with a Coffee Monsters Co. little person in bed and a Kinsey's Creations Lazy Morning script. Then we went back to Bunnings to buy plants this time, and I used another like little garden planter from Papershire. We went to our local market to look for plants, which we actually did before Bunnings, but I stuffed up and wrote on the wrong side of the label, so I just swapped them around. Then I used 2 different scripts from the kit. So grocery run, as it suggests, went to do the groceries, and then I think I laid down this base from memory for planning time. I think so. Again, this is all out of order. I don't know why it's out of order. Finished the garden, so I definitely did that before I went to the grocery store, but I used a little paper and milk watering can, and then my brother came over and we played Pokemon, and that was the end of my week. As you will see when I zoom out and do a little bit of a wiggle, you'll see the full spread, and I'm actually really happy with it. I love the foil choice. I'm actually really happy with the colour blocking as well. It just all came together exactly how I wanted, so you'll see that in a second. And then the last thing I did was flip over to write in my sidebar. I don't know why I always end up doing my sidebar last, like especially in a rewind spread where I know what I'm going to write, but I do, so that it is what it is, I guess. So in the bigger box I marked watching lots of MCU with a little, what's that called, icon, because that's pretty much what we were doing all week. And then this current week that I'm living, we've watched more Marvel movies again, so I'll probably be marking that next week as well. And then I just could not be bothered pulling out another, going into my character sticker and finding a sticker, because I didn't pull one out originally, but I marked finishing the front garden, and I just ended up using an asterisk because I just could not be bothered, as I said, going in and fishing out a sticker when I didn't think ahead. I always forget about my sidebar. I don't know what it is, and it always ends up just being, oh, I'll just like use whatever because I can't be bothered pulling something out. Like it's definitely a habit that I have, and it's bad, but it is what it is at this point. Like I've tried to change and I'm not changing. So yeah, that is my week, and I'm about to zoom out so you can see it. I'm really happy with it, as I've said 14 times already, but I don't know what else to say. I'm waiting for myself to catch up. I got a little bit ahead. Yeah, so here it is. Look how pretty that is. I never color block, but this is just like, this kit had to be color blocked, and it makes me want to color block even more. Just flipping through what I have left over, I actually didn't end up using that much from the wiggle. I find that in this planner I tend to pull in more character stickers, and in my main planner I tend to use more of the icons from the kit. I don't know why that is, it's just something I've noticed. Then I'm just flipping through so you can see what I have left. I have quite a bit left actually. I could probably do, I will be saving this to use in my B6. I've definitely got enough boxes. I've got plenty of labels, and I've got a strip of bottom washi, so I'll definitely be saving it. But that's everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!